The opinions expressed in this show are the views of the host and not necessarily that of WTRW, 94.3 The Talker, or the Bold Gold Media Group.
The following presentation is paid for by Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, who is solely responsible for its content. Portions transcribed.
All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
Good morning. I'm Jackie Ruddy Broker, Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Welcome to the Real Estate Roundtable on 94.3 FM The Talker. I am here with my co-host and husband, Pat Devaney.
Good morning, Jackie.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Also, we have with us James Caceres, realtor with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate, soon to be associate broker with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Good morning, James.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, you're welcome. We are here every Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. where we talk real estate. We have a full-time real estate office with many exceptional realtors who've been listing, selling, and appraising real estate for over 50 years.
During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you go to jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab and get a live view of Dunmore Corners and see what's going on 24/7. It's always interesting during a storm, but...
Yes, I like to check it out, but we don't have to worry about that this time of year, right?
No snow, but who knows?
The icy roads, snowy roads,
yeah,
right?
There's always something going on.
There's always something going on. You're right. View our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to mobile-friendly JRUDDY.com, jruddy.com, where we also have all the popular podcast apps that we feature the radio show on after it airs on 94.3 FM The Talker. Okay. James Caceres, I want to talk about you, and just give me a moment here to introduce you because you're just a very amazing realtor.
Thank you.
And I want to give you credit for that. You came into the business, you were licensed in late 2021. So your first full year in real estate, 2022, your sales volume was $5.7 million. In 2023, it was $3.4 million. So far, year to date, as of this recording, you were at 3.4. And so you're positioned this year to do better than your first year in real estate. And like I mentioned in the intro, you're on your way. You're well on your way of getting your associate broker's license. You, in 2024 so far, you have taken a lot of different courses in addition to your broker's classes. You're now an accredited buyer representative. That's the ABR designation, and that comes from the National Association of Realtors. You also have other designations, 2 designations that you received in the very beginning of the year. And so you are really focused on education and growing your knowledge, and now you have so much experience. But on top of all of that, you are a bilingual realtor. And so you speak Spanish, and so do many of your clients.
That's correct.
Okay. Yep. I know I'm missing things here.
Yeah, James is from Brooklyn.
Yeah, James is from Brooklyn.
James is from Brooklyn.
Right.
I'm from Brooklyn. His English is better than my English, and his Spanish is much better than my Spanish. So he's got me beat on all different fronts.
If James did not tell me that he was from Brooklyn, I really would not have guessed it. But you've also been the recipient of the Century 21 Quality Service Award, meaning that all of your clients, when they're finished with a transaction, whether they're an owner selling a property or a buyer purchasing a property, they receive a survey independent of us. They rank you in terms of recommendations, satisfaction, and performance, and you are well into that 5-star area each and every time. So you received a Quality Service Award as a result of that. So I have to say, a lot of people do volume. There are realtors that do volume, but they don't perform. Some do. I'm not going to take it away from everybody, but a lot of people sacrifice quality service when they're doing a lot of transactions. So I credit you, and you are having a tremendous year so far. Before you got into real estate, you did a lot of different things. So what made you get into real estate?
Well, I I drove trucks across the country over the road for about 13 years. Bought my own truck, started my own business, and then I sold my truck when I got hurt, and I ended up taking a couple months off. And at that point, my wife, who's a registered nurse, asked me what did I want to do in my life. And I always thought about real estate. When I was 18, I thought about getting into it. And I didn't pursue it just because at that young age, when I learned that real estate was just based on commission, I wanted to get paid every week or every 2 weeks. And
Steady income.
Yeah, I didn't, 18, you wanted to hang out with your friends and go out all the time. I didn't want to wait until I sold something in order to get paid. So I just left that on the back burner and did other things. But once I got hurt and had the time to really, decide what to do, I decided to look into it. I took an online course first. I didn't like it. No offense to anyone that does anything online with training, but it just wasn't for me. So I looked for a school. I found the Pennsylvania Real Estate Academy, and I signed up, took those classes, and then I took the test. The first time I failed it by 2 points, and that just, I don't like to fail at things, so I took that as
challenge.
Yeah, and so I went and I read the book from cover to cover in 2 weeks, and went and took the test again and passed it, and it's just been great ever since.
Well, actually, I do recall.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I just don't want to paint a picture that you got to really, because it didn't happen that way.
No.
And a lot of people don't, they see somebody's success and they think, oh, it's so easy.
No,
right?
there was a point where I wanted to quit.
Yes.
Yes.
That in late 2021.
Yes.
Wait a minute. The phone rings. Somebody wants to see a house. I take them through the house, and that's it. And 2 weeks later, I have a paycheck. That's not.
No, that's not how it
No,
works.
we just put signs in the yard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I put signs on.
Yeah, we just turn a key in a door and open it, and everything else just falls into place.
Yeah, the magic happens.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, no,
Okay, for anybody out there that's listening, this is sarcasm, just in case you don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely not like that at all.
No. So you came to yours truly.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yep. I interviewed at a couple of places, and I felt like they weren't where I wanted to be. But once I spoke with Jackie, it was like instantly I knew this is where I wanted to work. This is where I wanted to start my career. And when I started, as Jackie could tell you, it was a challenge. I wasn't getting any leads. I wasn't having any success. And it got to the point where, my wife has a good income, but I wasn't earning anything. So I just felt like, I was falling behind, and, I needed to have something coming in. So I started looking for, other opportunities. And I remember I came to your office and I told you, I think I'm just going to do this part-time. And you told me to stick with it, see what happens. And from one sale, it just kept on another. And yeah, it just went crazy.
Right. So you even went as far as to take a position, and they mailed you a lot of their materials.
Correct.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
And so when you had detonated that bomb, I and I'm not usually that way, but I was, I think, a little forceful in my...
No, not at all.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know what goes on there, but yeah.
Is there another woman around here? What's going on? Okay, all right, okay.
There are exceptions to that rule.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Okay. But no, but I really saw something. So, and I'm so glad you stuck with it for you, for us. So
I'm glad, yeah.
Yeah. So you have had a unique journey, and I think right between your over-the-road trucking experience and real estate, you were also an elderly caregiver.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have this ability to be able to, I think it's innate, to take care of people. Mm-hmm. And so why do you like real estate so much?
Well, I don't like real estate. I love it. It's something that, I didn't know what to expect when I first got into it. And just working with elderly people and helping people, it sort of, I guess it brings that out of me when I see someone that's looking to purchase a home, especially when it's the first time that they're looking to buy a home. They don't know what they're getting into. And, I'm sure there are other agents out there who work in different ways, but the way I work with people is I treat them as if they're family. So I'm very honest with them. I'm very upfront, and I tell them exactly what it is that they can expect throughout the whole process, like from looking at homes to putting a deposit, inspections, contingencies, down to when we get to the closing table.
Right. And I think people need that, especially buyers. And they need somebody to help them hold their hand. And sellers need it too. Whether a seller has sold, current seller in today's market has sold 1, 2, 5, 10 houses, they still don't know everything that could happen potentially. And things have certainly changed over the years.
Yeah.
Dramatically.
Yeah.
All right. So you are a consultant and you like to guide people and help them anticipate what's
Yeah.
on the horizon. All right. So what's the best and most fulfilling part of being a realtor?
The best part is meeting new people. Just learning what it is that they're looking for. Just and getting to the closing table and giving them their keys, having that photo opportunity. Seeing the joy when they realize that they're not renting anymore. Now they're building equity. They have a home or a place to call home.
Yes, there's a certain
With rent's so high these days, I mean, rents have gone through the roof. It makes sense to buy. I mean,
yeah, what they're paying in rent, they can have a mortgage.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
well, owning a home is not for everybody, right? So some people are better off renting, and we're in the business to sell homes, but certainly if it's not for somebody, you know.
but there's condos. There's things we can make work.
All right, so you've had quite the challenging year thus far. Even though you're realizing a good amount of sales, you've had 10,
I think more.
12, 15 transactions fall through.
Fall through. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. There
Yeah.
was, I think last year, towards the end of the year, from October until December, I had about 8 that fell through. Like those would have pushed my numbers up even higher. But,
And
unfortunately.
continuing the trend,
Yeah.
you're having that happen.
This
so,
year.
so this is what I want to say is that, despite this, you're still motivated, inspired, and able to
Push forward.
push forward, reach for your goals, keep your eye on the ball, that sort of thing. And that doesn't, so I've been doing it 30 years. And then, as you know, we have 28 realtors. And I will say that you are the exception to the people that I oversee, because that, for a lot of people, is so disheartening and disappointing that they don't seem to be able to get back up
Okay.
and continue going.
Yeah, I don't let that stop me. I don't know. I think it's maybe growing up in New York, you come from so much negativity and, school of hard knocks, I guess.
So I've sat in that conference room interviewing hundreds of potential agents over the years. And I will say there's a standard question, why do you want to get into real estate, that I ask. And so, a lot of times people say, and I dread this answer, oh, well, I love homes. And that's sometimes a female response more so than a male response. But I think to myself, there's nothing wrong with loving homes, but that shouldn't be the why, right? So,
Are you going to give the answer? You're going to give away?
In terms of what I want to know from you is, when you got into real estate, you had a notion, an idea, perception of realtors, real estate, and what it was going to be like.
Yes.
Is it exactly the way you imagined?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. So, I didn't come from a sales background at all. I never sold anything. So selling, $5.7 million the first year, it was amazing. I didn't expect that at all. Coming into real estate, I thought it was just showing a house and that's it. I didn't know what goes on behind the scenes, the inspection process, appraisals, filling out forms, and, having deals possibly fall through, even at the closing table. So there were a lot of things that I didn't expect. And I learn every day as I go. And I think that's what drives me to keep pushing forward and like you can grow. This is your business and sky's the limit. You keep doing what you're doing and, every day is a learning opportunity. I didn't know anything about designations, having an ABR and all of that. All of those things help you as, you keep learning and educating yourself, and then you can educate others.
Well, it's not only about you, right? So it's not only about you earning a designation. You're picking up all this information so that you service your clients better.
Correct.
Yeah.
I guess it's how you apply it, too. Because you can have a designation, but if you don't know how to apply it to help your customer base,
Right. You can translate it to your buyer, is what I'm trying to say, right? So they don't always know what to expect and what to do, how to do it, but you're able to guide and help them along the way.
Yes.
Right. So a lot of agents don't take the time to do that. So I credit you for that as well.
Thank you. Yeah, I enjoy learning. I enjoy, when I see there's an opportunity for a new class, whether it's a seminar, webinar, meeting, anything like that, I try to pick it up.
Yeah, good. I wish more people would do the same, right? So you have goals and you apply yourself to reach them, and I'm glad that you don't give up in the face of adversity. You're a bilingual realtor. How many transactions would you say are involving you needing to speak Spanish?
I would say more than half.
Really?
More than half are Spanish customers, Spanish clients, first-time home buyers. So, yeah.
And how do they feel when they're able to purchase a home?
I think they come into the process nervous, not knowing what to expect. And, that's when I take the opportunity to, guide them and hold their hand and walk them through every step and explain the process. I give them the pros and cons, what they can expect and, what can possibly happen, how this can possibly fall through. And, they learn as I go with them, they learn with me.
Now,
and they need somebody to trust, and you're that person.
When you sit down and you're filling out the forms and agreement of sale, how many pages is that?
17, 18.
17, 18 pages. You have to sit down with the people, with everybody, not just the Spanish clients, and go through every page and sit down and do that and go through the 18 pages. And then, you were talking about things falling through. People don't understand how much work goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's a lot of work.
Really and truly. I mean, you say it fell through. They say, oh, well, maybe you shouldn't have got into this business, right? Isn't that what somebody told us?
Somebody told me last week on the phone, a former client, that, so what? That's the life you chose. Deal with it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, they're really compassionate kind of people.
So, yeah. So,
Thanks
and
a lot, buddy.
I'm not going to get into the details of why that person said it, but that person, my response to him was, please get into real estate. I'd love to mentor you and guide you and help you. And please get your license. Please come work for us. And don't do anything else. Don't have any side jobs. But please pay your bills based on your real estate income. And please support your family this way too.
Right.
And he said, "No, God, no. You don't make enough for me." Okay.
Right. Man, didn't somebody say something like that to me after September 11th?
Yes.
This is the I was a fireman on September 11th and going through a lot. And this superstar, let's put it that way, that's sarcasm, says, well, this is the life you chose.
Deal with it.
Deal with it. I almost says.
You signed up for it. In other words, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
But it does.
There's a lot of people like that.
There's a lot. Unfortunately, it just seems like it's getting more and more common. So I don't care for that way of thinking. James Caceres, realtor with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. How does you don't only deal with Spanish-speaking clients, you're bilingual, but you do just as much with English-speaking clients as you do Spanish-speaking clients. But how does someone get in touch with you, please?
They can call me at on my cell, 570-352-7106. They can email me at enj_realtor@icloud.com, or they can call me at the office at 570-344-7106. 6724. Yeah.
Or they can visit your website, jamescaceres.com, and that's
correct.
spelled Caceres.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Thank you, James. Did you know Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate is a quality service award-winning office, a pinnacle office?
I did.
Consistently since 2011, our remarkable realtors are masters of the market, containing the necessary knowledge and experience. Whether you're in the market to buy or sell a home, you will be guided through every step of the selling process, from advising on how to prepare your home to sell to marketing it to a wide range of potential buyers, while tirelessly working to secure the best deal. And when looking for a home to buy, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will help you find a special place that caters to your individual taste and budget. Our agents take the time to understand your specific needs and preferences. You can't go wrong with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate by your side. Visit jready.com, that's JRUDDY.com, or call 570-344-6724. Pat?
Yes, I want to say hello to Coach Billy Griffiths, because he calls me all the time and lets me know how we're doing on the radio.
Every Sunday after the 11:30 broadcast.
I got a phone call.
Yes.
So he gives me a critique.
Yes.
Okay, keep those calls coming, Billy.
Nice.
We have a commercial building. It's at 117 Main Street in Forest City for $700,000. This building, it's 8,100 square feet, and it's currently leased by Dollar General with a 5-year lease. Dollar General is not for sale. The tenant pays everything, including taxes, utilities, and insurance. So give us a call if you want more specifics, such as rent and their expenses. Please don't just show up. An appointment is necessary. That's a commercial building at 117 Main Street in Forest City for $700,000, and that's listed by Sam Shelter of our office.
Nice.
Thank you, Pat. Don't touch that dial if you're listening on the radio.
Wait. If you have a new car, you don't have a dial. You have a touch screen. So what do we say?
Don't touch that screen in your car. The Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will be back in just a few moments on 94.3 FM The Talker. Are you ready to make your next move in the world of real estate? Look no further than Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, your trusted partner in buying and selling homes. If you're a homeowner looking to sell, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will ensure you get the best possible price in today's competitive market. And if you're in the market to buy your dream home, Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate will help you find the perfect place to call your own.
Congratulations.
We've adopted the popular saying, an educated consumer is our best customer. That's why since 2010, we've hosted the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate Saturdays at 11 a.m., Sundays at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 The Talker. Visit jready.com, that's JRUDDY.com, or call 570-344-6724. Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate, where dreams find their address. We're picking up where we left off with the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with Pat Devaney, my husband, fellow realtor, and James Caceres, realtor with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate. First half of the show, we talked about all the things that you do to reach the level of success that you have experienced and enjoyed over the last 3 years. One of the things I didn't mention was the most recent honor and award that you received. You are number 37 out of 100 agents in the Northeast, and that was given to you by the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals.
Yes.
And that was a wonderful award that you received. And another thing about you, James, a lot of times people, when they're that successful in their career, don't have any other hobbies or don't do any other thing. And you're an actor, you're an author, you're a director, you're a photographer, you're a producer, you design things, and you are a husband.
Yes.
And you love to cook.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how do you do all of this?
Well, it's hard. You got to try to find time and squeeze time.
Real estate's all consuming. It's 24/7.
It is. You get calls at 10 o'clock at night when you're trying to sleep, and You know,
3 o'clock in the morning. There's always that real estate
I
emergency.
think of the old Saturday Night Live skit when they say, "How does the wife do all of this?" And she goes, "I do speed." But James doesn't do that. James,
No.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
That you know what I'm
it's
talking
hard.
about, right? Okay.
It's hard. You know, you got to try to find time for a little bit of everything, and
Juggle.
yeah, and then now with broker classes, studying as well. That's another thing. So it really is challenging, but it does motivate me to, keep going. And I love that. Like I said earlier, I love learning.
So remember in the first half of the show, I said that realtors that wannabes that come in and they want to get their real estate license and pursue real estate as a career, and they say they love houses. Well, I've also heard many times that the person sitting across from me wants a very flexible work schedule.
Oh, it's flexible.
And and they want to make their own schedule. I sit there and I think, you have no idea.
It's not your schedule; it's the customer's schedule.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. I get a lot of people who, friends from when I grew up and stuff. They see the success and, they want to become realtors also. They ask me, how is it? How's the money? And, things like that. And I encourage everyone, if you want to try it, try it. I'm not going to take away anything from real estate. It's just, I love it. I feel like, maybe I was born to do this. It's something that I enjoy doing. But again, it's not for everyone, and you don't realize that until you get your license and start working, and then you see what it's really
like.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I think there are people don't understand what goes into it. So, and you're going to have that with any profession, right? So,
absolutely.
Right. And it doesn't happen overnight. It certainly doesn't. How many careers did you have prior to real estate? So you found your way.
Several, yeah. I
Right.
worked as a caregiver. I worked in sanitation. I've done it all,
You mentioned that you were born to do real estate, and it's not just a job for you, it's a calling. But I wish, if I could make a wish in life, it would be to make every high school, how they have those home ec classes? Mm-hmm. I think they really should do one for real estate. I would like to see a greater appreciation out there in terms of what we do and how much goes into it. But
I think everybody should wait tables for a day or two in their life too. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So what advice would you have for anybody out there looking to buy or sell a home?
For people who are looking to buy and sell a home, you want to work with a good agent. You want to
find one
Yeah.
and stick with them.
Yes. You want to do research on the agent, on the company.
And where do you do research? There's online reviews, and I think most people are doing that these days. A portion of your clientele comes from your reviews because you have such strong reviews online.
Yes. That there's different websites, that have reviews. And I get a lot of clients that will call me. I don't recognize the number. They'll just call me and say, hey, I read about you on either Google or, I seen you on Facebook.
Or jready.com or jamescaceres.com because all your reviews are listed there.
And there's also past clients who refer you, and they speak good about you and things like that. So it gives the person better insight what to expect when working with you.
So that's for either a buyer
or a seller. Yeah.
So that's great advice. Work with one agent, stick with them. After doing some research, look into it.
Yeah, and you want
not the first person you call.
No.
Right, and you want an agent that's full time, that's gonna work with you because if you have an agent who's part time and has another job, then if your schedules don't work, then that's not gonna work.
Thanks, James, for coming in with us. Would you come back next week?
Absolutely.
James Caceres, how does someone get in touch with you?
Again, they can call me at 570-352-7106. They can email me at enj_realtor@icloud.com, or they can call me at the office at 570-344-6724, or you could check out the website, www.jready.com.
Thanks for joining the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ready Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. We'll be back next week.